It all began with a whisper, Tasmania. The name drifted into my thoughts like a gentle breeze, stirring something deep inside me. The name itself sounded like a secret, a place tucked away at the bottom of the world, full of mystery and wonder. It conjured images of wild coastlines, ancient forests, and a sense of adventure that felt both thrilling and comforting. I found myself poring over maps, tracing winding roads, imagining what it would be like to be there. Each line on the map became a path to possibility, every curve a promise of discovery. The more I read, the more the island called to me. Stories of unique wildlife, hidden waterfalls, and rugged mountains filled my mind, making the dream feel almost tangible. This wasn't just a holiday. It felt like a pilgrimage to a land of untamed beauty and ancient forests. I imagined breathing in the crisp air, feeling the moss beneath my boots and losing myself in the wild silence. The excitement grew into a bubbling feeling I couldn't ignore. Every day, the anticipation built, until it felt like my heart was already halfway across the sea. I spent hours looking at pictures of dramatic mountains, still lakes, and fiery coastlines. Each image was a window into a world I longed to explore, fueling my curiosity and wanderlust. Choosing the route felt like plotting a treasure map, each town and national park a jewel to discover. I wanted to see it all, from the windswept beaches to the misty peaks. I didn't want a strict itinerary. This was to be a journey of serendipity, of turning down unknown lanes and stopping in villages not found in any guidebook. I craved the freedom to follow my instincts and let the island surprise me. Packing the car, picking the perfect playlist, and sharing my plans with friends added to the magic. Their excitement matched mine, and together we dreamed of the adventures ahead. Tasmania was my present, wrapped in swirling seas and tied with a ribbon of winding roads. It felt like a gift waiting to be unwrapped, each mile promising something new. With a heart full of dreams and a car full of essentials, the day finally came. The sun rose, painting the sky with hope and possibility. The road was calling my name, and I was ready for whatever stories the island had to tell. Tasmania was no longer just a dream. It was about to become my reality. The moment the car rolled off the ferry onto Tasmanian soil was electric. There was a sense of anticipation in the air, a feeling that something extraordinary was about to unfold. The gentle hum of the engine seemed to echo my excitement as I crossed onto this wild, beautiful island. The air felt different, cleaner, crisper, tinged with eucalyptus and sea. It was as if every breath filled me with new energy, awakening my senses to the adventure ahead. My adventure had truly begun. Each step onto the unfamiliar road felt like a promise of discovery, a leap into the unknown. Rolling green hills, empty roads, and the vast open landscape stretched before me. The scenery was both inviting and mysterious, hinting at stories waiting to be uncovered. I drove with the windows down, letting the cool breeze whip through my hair, a joyful soundtrack playing softly. The freedom of the open road was intoxicating, and every mile felt like a celebration. Every corner revealed a new vista, rivers, mountains, valleys unfolding like a green patchwork. The landscape seemed to change with every turn, each view more breathtaking than the last. The beauty of a road trip is that the journey itself becomes the destination. Every moment on the road is a story in the making, every detour an opportunity for wonder. My first unscheduled stop was for a view that took my breath away, a valley stretching as far as the eye could see. I stood in awe, grateful for the freedom to pause and soak in the beauty. There was a profound silence, broken only by the rustle of leaves and distant birds. In that stillness, I felt a deep connection to the land, as if Tasmania itself was welcoming me. Sometimes, the most memorable moments are the quiet, unplanned ones. These pauses in the journey become the memories that linger long after the trip is over. As the day wore on, the light cast a golden glow over everything. The landscape was transformed, bathed in warmth and promise as evening approached. Driving into the setting sun was a magical end to my first day. The sky blazed with color, and I felt a sense of peace and fulfillment. The island had already begun to work its magic on me, and I knew this was only the beginning of an unforgettable journey. The journey to Cradle Mountain felt like entering a real-life fairy tale. Roads narrowed, climbing into Tasmania's wild heart. Ancient forests rising on either side. Giant ferns and mossy earth signaled a sacred place, untouched for millennia. Arriving at Dove Lake, Cradle Mountain's jagged peaks rose above still waters, a perfect mirror. I walked the shoreline, awestruck by nature's artistry. Exploring the tracks, I marveled at unique flora and spotted a wombat ambling through the undergrowth. The peace was absolute, a deep quiet settling over my spirit. As evening approached, the sun painted the peaks in pink and orange. Sitting there, wrapped in a warm jumper, I felt overwhelming gratitude. Cradle Mountain is more than a place. It's a feeling, a reminder of nature's enduring strength and beauty. It was a truly humbling experience. I left with a sense of wonder that would stay with me. Leaving the wild mountains, the road led me to Tasmania's historic towns, each a treasure box of stories. Richmond's convict-built bridge and Ross's quiet streets felt frozen in time. I wandered among Georgian and Victorian buildings, their sandstone walls whispering tales of pioneers and convicts. Life here moves at a gentler pace. I slowed down too, browsing antique shops and art galleries. Friendly locals shared stories, like the baker in Ross, explaining the town's famous four corners. In Stanley, I took the chairlift up the Nut for a spectacular view of the village and turquoise sea. These towns are not just relics. They're vibrant communities cherishing their heritage. Standing by convict-built walls, I reflected on the island's complex history and resilience. My journey through them was a journey through time itself. Tasmania's Great Eastern Drive is one of the world's most beautiful coastal journeys. The road hugs the coastline, revealing breathtaking views, rolling green hills on one side, the sparkling Tasman Sea on the other. The colors were extraordinary: deep blue ocean, turquoise bays, and pristine white beaches. I made countless stops, walking deserted beaches and watching fishing boats in charming seaside towns. Around every bend, a new bay or hidden cove appeared, each more beautiful than the last. At Sleepy Bay, I found a secluded paradise, just me and the waves. As the sun dipped, golden light shimmered on the water, a moment of pure bliss. The east coast of Tasmania had captured my heart. Arriving at Scenic National Park felt like stepping into a postcard. The Hazard's pink granite mountains rise from the sea, sheltering perfect beaches and secluded bays. The air was filled with the scent of coastal heath and the sound of the ocean. The walk to Wineglass Bay Lookout is a must, each step building anticipation. At the top, a perfect crescent of white sand and turquoise water took my breath away. I continued down to the beach, paddling in clear water and sitting on sun-warmed rocks. Looking up at the granite peaks, I felt a deep sense of peace and connection. Scenic is more than just Wineglass Bay. I explored quieter beaches and watched wallabies and sea eagles. As I left, the setting sun lit up the Hazards in pink glow. Frecinet's embrace left me refreshed and inspired. The final leg of my coastal journey took me north to the legendary Bay of Fires. The coastline is strewn with giant granite boulders, covered in bright orange lichen against pure white sand and turquoise sea. The contrast is stunning, a painter's palette come to life. I spent the day wandering, hopping from boulder to boulder, exploring rock pools teeming with life. The beaches are some of the most beautiful I've ever seen, with sand so fine it squeaks underfoot. In a secluded cove called the Gardens, I sat for hours, mesmerized by the view. The Bay of Fires feels wild and untamed, encouraging you to find your own private paradise. As the sun set, the rocks glowed as if truly on fire, a magical, unforgettable sight. It was the perfect culmination of my coastal journey. No journey is complete without tasting the local flavors, and Tasmania is a paradise for food lovers. The island's clean air and fertile soil produce incredible food: juicy cherries, fresh seafood, and artisan cheeses. My most memorable meal was at a simple oyster shack, enjoying freshly shucked oysters by the water's edge. I sampled creamy brie and sharp cheddar at a local fromagerie and sipped cool climate wines in the Tamar Valley. Every meal felt like a celebration of the island's abundance and the pride of its producers. Sharing food and stories with locals deepened my connection to the place. Every bite was a delicious reminder of what makes Tasmania special. As my Tasmanian road trip drew to a close, my heart was full. Not just with memories, but with a sense of wonder that lingered in the air. The car was filled with sandy shoes and souvenirs, but my mind held a gallery of breathtaking landscapes and peaceful moments. Every shell, every stone, every little keepsake was a reminder of the adventures I'd had and the beauty I'd witnessed. The open road had led me not just across an island, but into myself. Each winding turn revealed not only new scenery, but new perspectives and quiet revelations. Tasmania taught me the importance of slowing down and appreciating small wonders. The gentle rustle of ferns, the sparkle of dew at dawn, and the quiet hush of ancient forests reminded me to savor the present. The island's wild spirit was a powerful antidote to the rush of everyday life. Here, nature's raw beauty invites you to pause, breathe deeply, and reconnect with what truly matters. This adventure reaffirmed my belief in the kindness of strangers and the joy of connection. Sharing stories with locals and fellow travelers brought warmth to even the coldest mornings. Every interaction was a reminder of our shared humanity. In laughter, in conversation, and in simple acts of generosity, I found a sense of belonging far from home. I encourage you to find your own Tasmania. It doesn't have to be an island at the edge of the world. Sometimes the greatest discoveries are waiting just beyond your comfort zone. Say yes to adventure, pack a bag, and see what the world has to show you. Let curiosity be your compass, and let the unknown become your guide. Let it surprise you, challenge you, and fill your heart with joy. Embrace the unexpected, and allow yourself to grow with every step. The greatest journeys are not just about the places you go, but about the person you become along the way. In the end, it's the transformation within that makes every adventure unforgettable.